Praise the Lord. I welcome you all to this family forum. We thank God for how He has helped us thus far. This is the 8th edition. I know God is doing something great in our midst in Jesus' name. Over the past few weeks, we've talked about families. We've talked about things that can make the family blossom. We've talked about things that we need to avoid, how to train up our children in the ways of the Lord. But today, after dealing with what we've done last time, that is all the other questions. Today we will basically be talking mainly about dealing with external influences in marriage. How do we as Christians, people of God, balance things out? There are two important subjects. One is that of living and cleaving. The Bible has enjoined us to live. In Genesis chapter 2 verse 24, it says, "Therefore shall a man leave his father's house and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and will become one flesh." But we also have the other area where the children are supposed to honor their parents. So we have our lesson today will be how do a grown-up fellow, how does it balance these two? How do you ensure that external influences, including that of parents, in-laws, friends, how do we ensure that they don't affect our marriages? So those are the things that we'll be talking about today. I'm not going to start the lesson from here. As our practice is, we would go to our different classes and we'll try to trash out this topic. God bless you in Jesus' name.
Praise the Lord. So, in discussing about external influences, one of the things that came to mind were financial pressures that had to do specifically with how the finances of the couple are. Whether or not they have a job, who's providing for the family, what their expenses are, how those influence interactions, because those can have a huge influence on how they relate with each other. Specifically, for example, in cases where I'll just give an example for Canadian societies and Nigerian societies. Nigerian societies, more often than not, it's the husband who works most of the time, the wife need not work. But when you come over here, it's a completely different story. You need to have the wife and the husband working together to provide for the family and all the needs. So how they manage those resources in between each other has a huge impact on how their relationship goes. Another one that was mentioned, an external influence, was I'll term this the ghosts of the past. Specifically the case of you cannot give in a relationship what you don't have. How your parents interacted with each other, how your family interacted with each other, how your mom and your dad express their feelings towards you, how they express their feelings towards each other. That's going to impact how you talk to your wife and how you relate to your wife. Specifically, it's a top-down effect. It takes a personal decision coming from a broken home or something otherwise. It takes a huge decision to decide not to repeat the mistakes of your parents. It takes a huge decision, personal willpower to decide I'm going to be different from my parents. I'm going to do things differently from my father. I'm going to do things differently from my mother. And basically your life experiences also bear an impact on how you relate to your wife, how you relate to your children. Another aspect that was mentioned was social interactions with friends and family. Specifically in the cases where people are happier talking with their family, who have more of an attachment to their family, their mothers and their fathers, than they do with their wives. Or who are happier outside their home, interacting with their friends from the past, or their colleagues, than they do with their families. Specifically, since you and your wife are going to be together for life, it's more of a case that she has to be your best friend in the case. You have to have a better relationship with her than you have with other people. When you have a better relationship with people outside the family than you do with your wife, that presents lots and lots of obstacles to your relationship. And then another one that was mentioned was also how you relate with your children. Specifically, how you relate to your children simply means how you talk to your children, how you interact with your children. And those are most of the external influences.
Good morning, everybody. This morning we discussed in our group the factors that affect the external influences in marriage. And we have like numerous factors, but out of those I selected 5. Number 1 is communication. When the communication is very good within the family, it makes things work proper. This is one of the very good external factors that we have to look into when we are running our home. Communication has to go from wife to husband, to even extended to the children in the house. Another thing is the finance. The finance is one of the greatest factors that we have to look into as well. And what we can do on this is that we just have to try and do our best for our family member or any other finances that we are going through in the family. And we should just make sure that we consider our immediate family first. Number 1 thing we have to look into. Another point is work pressure. All of us do have a lot of pressure at work, which doesn't really give us time to attend to our family issues. And this is one of the external factors and influences that we have to look into as well. So what we can do is to try and strike balance on this. Look into your program and schedule and create time to have fun with your family as well. Another thing is addiction. Many people get addicted to so many things at home, and it takes time away from what we're supposed to be doing with the family. So what we can do is that when you discover that one of your partner is getting addicted to something in particular, what you do is that you just divert his attention from that what he or she get addicted to and get you to other activities that will make communication circulate in the family. The last point we have here is background. The different background that we have from our home can also contribute as a factor in the marriage. So we have to look into this as well, and the kind of communication and the kind of communication between wife and husband will make this work proper in the family. So we have a question in our group, and we would like to throw it to the whole house. Okay. Thank you.
Couples not discussing their issues with parents, and if they do have issues in the marriage, they should talk to each other. And when family members come to the house, they shouldn't bring their issues to the family, because sometimes they might come like they're helping, and at the end of the day, they're putting on fire the issue. And we talked about finances, and we say we also discussed that the couple should communicate the issue of finances, and when giving to external families, they shouldn't give to the detriment of the family. Their family should come first before giving to external families. And we talked about social influences, and we talked about peer pressure. And peer pressure could be, for example, for the wife or the husband. Sometimes we women want to be like our friends. They're driving a big car or they're wearing good jewelry, and we put the pressure out to our husbands to provide for us. And also the laws of the land can also be one of the issues as well. And sometimes the laws of this land favor the women or the children, and also that can cause issues for our family. And we also discussed about the church also. And when we talked about the church, we said sometimes one of the party can be more religious, and when issues like that comes, they forget the family time, and also they neglect the body, and this could cause adultery to the other part of the family, or to the other couple, the husband or the wife. And also we talked about addiction, and we said the only thing that we can do when the couple or one of the couple is addicted to something that will affect the family, we could pray and commit it to the hands of God. And also we talked about work pressure, and one of the things that we discussed was that we value money is very good for the family, but also we should create time, valuable time for the family. It doesn't matter if it doesn't have to be a whole day or 24 hours or 30 hours a week. 1 hour could value up for the other hours that we have missed. And we talked about sicknesses in marriage, and the first thing that we discussed during sickness is that we should pray and commit that issue to the hands of God, and also support one another during that time, because the Bible says that marriage is together and for work. So when sickness comes, we shouldn't neglect the other party, we should support. And also we talked about friends as external influences as well. And we shouldn't value our friends more than the family by spending more time with our friends instead of spending more time with the family. And also we talked about being time conscious. It's very important when it comes to spending time with the family and our friends. So that was all that we discussed.
Thank you. Thank you.
Today we discussed about the issue of how the external influence can affect marriage. So we discussed about the church issues, church and financial issues, family and friends, addiction and sickness and work pressure. Firstly, the most we discussed about the church problem, how it can affect home. It's like when you're too much of everything, like one of the spouses is too religious, then you take it like personal, like you don't go along with your family, like you do like, I'm there, we have to follow my rule. So we have to be very cautious of that, like don't be too religious than your spouse. It's possible that one of you might be too high a little bit, but be very cautious, because like in my class we gave like many examples, all like people that have problem with this issue because of I got to go there. If you are not going, I'm not going to go. If you are not going, I'm not going to go. So this thing causes a lot of problems in the marriage, that because broken home, that even the pastor cannot listen anymore. So we have to be very careful of that. And we discussed about the family and the relative and the friends too much. Some people are like, before they marry, maybe they were too attached to friends like that. And my mother. So anything that happens at home, they go there, they pick the phone. Oh, I got to discuss it. I got to discuss it with my mom, which is not, it's not normal in marriage. Everything that happens first, you got to discuss with your spouse, with your husband. Make a solution, and too much attachment, like with friends. I got to go out with my friends alone, not with my husband, not with my heart. Why? It can cause a lot of problem in the home. So we got to be very cautious of that. Too much of friends, too much of family, too much of attachment. It can be a problem. We have to take care of ourselves first. Then again, we discussed about work pressure. Our work pressure. When you're too much work, some people, let's for an example. The husband will go in the morning shift, and the wife night shift. that no matter how there's a pressure is a big problem because you won't have time for each other, like no time. So we need to be very cautious. There must be a sacrifice has to be made at home. Somebody has to be there for the family. It's not that you're saying that don't work. You work, but at least don't take like it's my work first before the family. You have to make sure your family first before the work. But you can work, but be cautious of it. Especially, let's say, women. Let's use women because it's like the Bible says, the husband that is the head. So, like a woman she has to be available for the children. You work, but be cautious of your work. Don't take a lot of something has to be made for both parties, but let's say women first. So don't let work pressure push you and lose your marriage. Then another thing is a financial issue. To deal with the financial issue, we have to be very careful. That is a big problem. It causes a lot of big problems in home. Like we spend anyhow. We have a lot that just spend anyhow, they just spend anyhow. Even before they want to give or they want to send money out, they don't discuss with the partner. They just spend anyhow. Like someone, like a question, like if you want to send money to your friends back home, you don't discuss with your partner. That is wrong. You got to discuss with your partner. It's that if you have your home money, you can send it, you can give it out. But learn how to discuss everything that you do with your partner before you can do it. Now, another thing is like sickness. For the sickness issue, sickness can occur. We don't pray as a Christian like that we don't want to have sickness as a Christian. But when it happens, we need to support each other. We need to support and pray and be more. The key point is pray till something good happen. You got to pray, but don't say because of your one of you is sick. One of you is sick that you won't support. You have to be ready to support, ready to support. And sickness can cause anything. You can influence one partner to be lose like, oh, I don't think I can continue with her. I don't think I can continue with him. Because of what? Because of this sickness. Rather, when it happens like that, ask for the people. Discuss with the people in the church, maybe they can support you. So when you think that there is too much on your head. But there's a question from my class. Now we need to ask. Okay.
All right, thank you. Okay, so I'll start with the first question here. It says, is it good to discuss everything that is happening in your marriage with your pastor?
Everything means from when my child comes home late to when my wife goes to work early. So I think we should try to cut it down. We know that we don't discuss everything with even the person who lives with us. We start discussing things that we are unable to handle. And those things that we are unable to handle means that I have tried with my wife, we couldn't handle it. Maybe we have, I think the next best person is a spiritual leader, pastor. And I think the question goes to those difficult things we cannot handle. Should we discuss them with the pastor? Yes. But then there is a question. Do I have that relationship with my pastor in such a way that I can comfortably discuss my issues with my pastor? Unfortunately, our pastor is not here because I would have been with the pastor hands. So I think the question should be, before I discuss something with you, whether you're a family member, or you're a friend, or you're a pastor, I need to have that confidence that you'll be able to help me with the issue. You're capable, and maybe the most important thing, you'll keep it within me and you, or me, my family, and you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Look, my husband's, my mother-in-law, I have a problem with her. I think she's a witch. And then the pastor calls the husband and says, look, this is what is happening. You need to try and make sure you show to her, to your wife, that your mother is not a witch. Because that is what she said. So we have to be careful what we tell pastors. It's not every situation, it's not every challenge that actually requires spiritual leaders to handle. Some just require wisdom. You just need somebody that can stand in between the two of you and just help you, in that situation. If you take everything to the pastor is also a human being. You just use, they call it equal. You just use equal and say, look, this thing is right, this thing is wrong. Okay?
Praise the Lord. I think there was a time when a letter was read to us here in church, telling us we have to be careful about counseling because we can be sued. What gave you the right to give somebody certain counsel? That if it prompts them into a situation where it is not favorable, then there can be a big problem because the training as it is in this world is not there. You're not a psychologist. You're just a spiritual leader. So even you that is counseling will be very, very cautious not to give the type of direction that will lead into a situation where problem will arise and then it will fall back to the Lord. Praise the Lord.
Thank you. Do you have any other questions? Okay, so I'll take the next question, which says, how do we have someone? No. It says, how do we differentiate between a goal and an addiction? A goal and an addiction. So we identified addiction as one of the external influences in marriages. And addiction can be anything. Addiction can be addiction to career, it can be addiction to watching movies, to anything. But then, this question is saying, how do we differentiate a goal from an addiction? So, if I understand this question clearly, this person is trying to say, if I'm addicted to my career and I want to be a director, that is a goal. But I'm addicted, and because I'm addicted, I'm pursuing that goal. A lot of things are suffering in my home. So how do we manage this situation? Absolute silence.
Praise the Lord. I think that if it's a goal, the other party will understand that it's a goal that you're pursuing. Then the other party will understand, and okay, if it's a goal, the other party will understand, and it has to be discussed properly in the family, within the husband and the wife, and even the children. That why daddy is always coming late. We know him, he closes 5 o'clock, but these days he comes back 8, 9. Then the children will understand that, there is a reason and there's a purpose why he's coming late. And that will be understood by the children, the wives, and if there is a sacrifice to be made in order for the other party to achieve his or her goal, then you will see the family adjust in order for that goal to be achieved. So I think that's I don't need to go to if it's addiction, right?
Thank you.
All right.
It was a discussion which was raised in our group there, and I'll try to narrate it simply. So we talked about the situation where in-laws, you have a situation where a sister-in-law comes to visit in the home, and then the wife is cooking, and the sister-in-law decides to sit down and watch TV while the wife is cooking. And then the wife is like, what's happening? Come and help me in the cooking. And she's like, no, I wasn't brought up to be cooking with you in the kitchen. And then this leads to other things, you know. And if you're not careful, as we discussed, it can even lead to a permanent rift between the families, between the woman and the in-laws. And somebody even mentioned the fact that you have situations where once you get married as a woman into a home, even the 3-year-old in that home, you have to show respect to him. So we have situations like that. So the question is, what is expected of a woman? What should a woman do when she is in a situation where the in-law comes in and the in-law shows so much disrespect, and they are saying, look, I have to sit down and watch TV. You are my husband's wife. You do the cooking in the kitchen. When the food is ready, I eat it. If you are faced with those kind of in-laws, what exactly do you do?
Praise the Lord.
Oh, you have the mic, so...
Why I took the mic is because the woman doesn't have to do anything, the man has to do everything.
Well, there's an argument against that as well. But go ahead.
I'll go on. Why do I say so? Before you get married, you should sit down. Pastor, you bring this up often. Bring this. You guys should sit down and discuss. How are we going to have the marriage? What is the plan? Where is the boundary with your family and my family? If you have discussed all of this, you already have a plan before you get into this kind of situation. And when it happens, you have to make your plan because when it comes to family, you don't want to be a bad person to go and talk to your children. Both ways. You don't want me to come in my in-laws and start telling them don't do this or fight with them. They can easily settle with their family member faster than they can forgive me. It's realistic. You don't want to create that bad relation or have a grudge. So it's better the person who is part of the family should be able to cut the excesses of the family member.
Okay.
Not putting you in a situation where tomorrow they will not say you are the witch that came without family.
If he doesn't do it, Bro Kingsley, start from there.
Praise the Lord. Your question was, if your sister-in-law comes to this
Yes.
and you're cooking, she's supposed to help. She's not supposed to help. It's not her home, it's my home. My sister-in-law cannot come and cook for my husband. No. Nobody cooks for him, it's me. It's my job. If she wants to help, it's different. I cannot say no. And I cannot be angry with her for not cooking. That is my home. She's just a visitor and she does go.
Wait. Before you drop the mic, I have a question. It's not, when we say cooking, it's not just cooking. You have house chores, right? You want to clean the house. You have a lot of other things. Not just cooking. Even her own food, you have to cook it.
Okay.
Remember.
Okay, sir. Like I said before, that's my home.
Okay.
It's my responsibility. She's gonna go. It's a visitor. So I'm not gonna say because she's not cleaning the house, I'm gonna leave my hands dirty and I have a visitor that will come in. They're not gonna address her. They're gonna address me as a dirty woman, not her.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead, please.
Praise the Lord. Well, I will extend to because we were discussing it. I see no problem with that. Why would somebody be angry because sister-in-law is there, is not cooking? I will tell you this is my own personal experience. Back home, my house is always full. When I say full, it's full. Okay? Like, I tell you I can cook in a day for 12 people. Not my relatives, my husband's relatives. To the extent that people think there was a day that armed robber came to our house. And even the landlady saw them coming, but she couldn't do anything. And in her mind, she thought, oh, those are David's family, because that's the way they always sound. Now, I'm telling you just to know how. Okay, so I have an experience in this area, but none of them will ever tell me, will ever say that, okay, I do this, I do that. Because I don't expect them to do stuff for me. Okay, but if they offer to help, I won't reject it. I won't refuse it. But I won't hold anybody responsible saying that they are sitting down there, but this is me. When I wake up in the morning, I know what to do. Nobody can push me. Because you are my in-law and you are there, I will run faster than my strength. Because I have my house chore the way I structure my things to do. Okay, if I'm too slow for you, the kitchen is open. You can go do whatever you want. You understand? But if I have the time, because that was the day, it's back in Nigeria and that we don't have house help, I don't even need one. Okay, so I know that, okay, I have clothes to wash. This is the way I'm going to do. I don't have kids. So I have to start the way it's going to work for me. Not because people are around. I have to wash my husband's clothes first. That's the first thing to do. Then after washing, then I can go start cooking for everybody that wants to eat. So if maybe by the time I'm washing, I'm too slow, you're too late, then go ahead and eat. One thing you cannot do to me is that, auntie, you've been washing now, are we not going to eat? Then you are pushing.
We're coming to that.
Then you are pushing because I'm telling you, this is what actually happened. Okay, it actually happened. So let me finish. I was washing the clothes. This is my own thing, and everybody is at home, and it's still in the morning. It's not like it's already 12 o'clock. Me, I know that, okay, I need 1 hour to do this now. Move from here. No, anybody can go and eat. Like they are all grown up, no babies, okay? No babies, no kids. And somebody, while I was watching, she came to me and she said, this is a grown-up person, not the, and she's a lady. She's a lady. And she said, she doesn't know how to say it at first. And eventually she came to me, she said, are we not going to eat? And I told her, you can see me that I'm busy, right? And the older one came and said, she scolded her right there. She scolded her right there that you shouldn't have walk up to her. You can see that she's busy. If you know you are hungry, go to the kitchen and prepare your own food. I didn't even before I say a word. You understand? But like I said, anybody can be in my home. It's not their responsibility to cook, or it's not my expectation, like to be expecting from them to do something for me. No, it is my responsibility. And when I'm done with what I'm doing, I will go to the next thing, which I know that, okay, it's time for everybody to eat. You are not a baby, for goodness sake.
Thank you. We please, because of our time, we want you to be very, very brief, okay? Go straight to the point.
Yes, I want to say add something to that question. Is it just your sister-in-law? What about the normal friend visiting your home? Will you expect your normal best friend also to come and join you in the kitchen? Or is it only for your sister-in-law?
No, see, let me come clearer on this, okay? I'll give a simple example, okay? Your friends are visitors in your house. Your sister-in-law is somehow part of your family, okay? Your sister-in-law comes, you do the cooking for her, she eats the food, she leaves the plate on the table for you to pack, and then you still say that you are in your house and you pack the plate. That is my question.
Yes, I've already answered. It is your home.
Yes.
Your responsibility. She has no right to go to the kitchen except to permit her. At the same time, she can still go to her food. But it should be at her own will.
Okay.
And remember that all of us women, we are also standing laws to somebody else.
Yes.
Which you may want someone else's home. So in that case, when you go to someone's home tomorrow, it's your responsibility to ask the person, can I help you with anything in the kitchen?
It's a free will.
Do you need my help? If I go to my friend or ask her, do you need my help in the kitchen? She's going to say no. It's okay, I can do it myself.
Okay, thank you. Can you just move it there? Okay.
I would like to say that it's not when you say in-law, first start with the person that is the in-law. Because it can be your in-law, it can be your family. For example, you have an in-law. There are different kinds of people that will come to your house. And the way the person comes matters. When you come to my house, coming to my house with the air that this is my brother's house, there is already a problem. When you come to my house, coming to my house that I am coming to your house to visit you, it's a different thing. You know, there are in-laws that will come to your house, and they come, and they want to prove to you that this is my brother's house. That kind of in-law, honestly, I will treat you like a visitor. You will sit down in the sitting room, I will put a drink, a food, whatever it is on a tray, and I will bring it to you. You are a visitor in my house. But when you come to my house, as you come, I'm coming to your house to visit you. It is a different ball game altogether. If I'm in the kitchen, it's not a matter of saying, come, you have to come and cook for my husband, or you have to come and cook for my children. No, I'm in the kitchen. Even if it was my sister, I won't be in the kitchen and you will sit down, cross your legs while I'm in the kitchen. And if that is like I discussed in our room, the approach of the woman too matters. I'm not just going to sit down and say, are you sitting down and watching to where I'm cooking? No, I'll start with, come and help me do this, come and help me do that. If I find it offensive that you sit down in my house, watching TV while I cook. To some women, they don't mind. There are some people that will come to my house. Honestly, in fact, I'll be very glad to come to my house and you're cooking. But there are some people that come to my house, I don't want to pass the sitting room, just sit down there. So it just depends on who is visiting and where you are visiting. Yeah. If you go to a place visiting with the hell, I'm going to my brother's house, I'll do what I do. Honestly, you won't meet the white home at home, at home. But if you go with the fact that, okay, well, I'm going to visit you, what can I do? Because honestly, your countenance and what you bring or what you take to where you are going, it will ultimately lead to how you treated where you are going.
Thank you. Just pass it to the next.
Let me have a look at one. Okay. If he's going to stay in that home maybe for like 1 year, what can you do? What is
okay, please, can you make it very, very quick?
Praise the Lord. Okay, in this kind of a situation, okay, I for one, I would not be happy if my sister-in-law is staying in my house and crossing her legs and then I'm in the kitchen sweating the whole day. I mean, I'm not a slave. Because even if it's my sister that is with me, I expect her to come and assist me. Okay? Alright, so because if she feels it's not her duty to assist me in the kitchen, then it shouldn't be her duty to also eat my food. I'm not her household. But in this kind of a situation, I feel the husband should be in a better position to handle the matter. Because most of the time, when it's the woman that is complaining, all the blame still comes upon the wife. So the husband should be in a better position to talk to the sister. And because I don't think the husband will even be happy to see.
Yes. Okay.
Because I don't think it will even make sense for the husband to watch her sister, I mean, live in his own house that way. Is that the kind of sister she's grooming to be a wife in the future? But in some situations where the husband, you know, there are some husbands that don't like talking when it comes to situations between in-laws and the wife, because they might feel that it's taking side. Then in that kind of a situation, you have to open up in a nice way, approach your in-law and explain that, my sister, you need to be helping me. For me, if it's a visit, share 1 month, I'll be 1 month to come and go now, you know, I can manage. But you live in my house and you don't want to help, I'm sorry, you can't stay in my house.
Okay, please, give the mic to her. Yes. Okay, please make it very brief. We have just about 4 minutes.
I think I'm going to explain in different ways. My brother there said something when he started. He said, before you get married, you're supposed to have a discussion with your spouse.
Yes.
Okay, so spouse, you will have a discussion, but when you got married, it's a different story entirely. Okay, now go directly to my point of your question. I will use myself as an example, which I said on this table. I have junior sister-in-law too. I have 2 senior ones, 2 junior ones. They are more than 16 years, and they do come to the house. They comes and go. But there was a time that I was not around. I'm in Canada here, and they moved down to our own house to stay. When I come into the house, my house is totally different from where I left. And I'm the type of person, I don't want housemaid. I do my thing by myself. The way Sister George said, your house is your house. I accept that my house is my house. But the way I fix my house, I want you to fix my house the same way I fix it. Not for me to cook in the kitchen and prepare food for everybody to eat. And after you eat, you left your plate on the table. And I will count that to be my house. No, I'm not going to tolerate that. So my answer to this question is, for them to assist in the kitchen, once I believe they can do it, it's a lesson to them also. Because by every minute in the kitchen, they are learning from me also. So they can't expect me to cook from morning to night, and they will eat my food and drop the plate there and tell me I'm the housemaid for their brother. Hell no, I'm not going to do that.
Thank you. Brother, quick one, please.
Most women are attacking this issue from, I think you are taking away the benefits and you are just putting the responsibility. So I want to turn the question. I want to start from Sister Dupe. If you woke up and you just saw your sister-in-law in your pot taking your food, would that not be another problem? If she just wakes up and she didn't tell the owner of the house, just knows that you can eat anything in this house. You understand? No, let's be practical. Okay, so because I think if I'm in your team, for instance now, in my house we eat very early back home, right? So if I came to visit you by 8 o'clock and you're not talking about food, or maybe my sister in this case, some people in their house they eat very early. Now, it will not hurt you to alter your routine because you have guests. Because some people do eat early. And so it's subjective. The person is at a loss that should I just go to the kitchen and start taking our food? Is it not more respectful to come and ask you? Because the person is hungry. And to be hungry is not a crime. So I'm in your house, we came to do a party for the weekend, and we are opening up this like 10:30, you are watching. I'm hungry. Can't I come and really ask you that what to do? I'm not going to eat. That's one aspect to it. Secondly, if you go to your sister's house, let's say my wife followed me to my sister's house. If my sister is cooking and we are both crossing legs in the kitchen, how am I feeling? Like, it's an awkward moment. Like, what does it cost you guys to be listening and be cooking about it? So these are very subjective issues. It does not really have one formula to it, but it's practical to think of the situation. Because I have a junior sister too. If she comes to my house and we are both gisting and my wife is sweating up and down the house, it's still another issue. So these are very convoluted and it doesn't have an easy answer. Because I'm sure if you have budgeted meat for 2 weeks and your sister-in-law does come and pack 3 meat, first time, second time that you quick call your sister, this thank you.
I think, I don't know, the story we heard from our sister there, she told us exactly this, and she had someone come in and the person, there was just 2 meat in the pot and the person put the whole 2 meat on the plate and was eating one, the other one was still in the plate. The 2 meat that was meant for the husband. And then, are you going to start looking at it and say, oh, okay, you are my visitor, just eat everything. So it's it's a good. We're going to take 3 more. I think the traditional two has 1. We're taking just 3 more.
No, the people are going to visit their honestly.
Very, very quickly. Okay, I just want to say one thing about what she said. I don't think it's good to make our guests hungry because of our schedule. Okay. Yeah, I told you what it said. We should consider where they are coming from. Some people eat early and so I don't think what I guess was to ask.
Yeah, you probably asked the night before. Or you asked. Yeah.
No, and we should be more proactive to
exactly.
Our guests. Our guests. I don't expect to go to someone's house and be hungry.
Okay, thank you. Let's take just these 2.
I just want to help Sister. She depending on the meat, something that you talked about.
Yes.
She said she has only 2 meats in the pot, and she knows that meat is for her husband. What she will do is that she will just pack it and put it in the plate and put it in the fridge. So that
it doesn't stop anybody from eating. It doesn't stop anybody from eating. Please.
That's not what really happened. You mix 2 meats in the pot and you wanted to serve. I said, go and serve yourself. Because it demands that you would have picked one because you know that somebody else was still going to eat. So what happened? No, I don't get it. What was in the pot at that time? So immediately I saw it, we were eating one, and I went to see, yes, still another one in the bowl. I quickly went to the pot, and when I checked, the pot was empty. To me, I called her attention, sorry, how many pieces of meat did you take? He said he took 2. I said, why? Is that person not going to eat?
That's your house.
You understand? I said, immediately my husband responded and said, in this house, we don't do that. One at a time.
Thank
So
you.
it all depends on the relationship with the sister-in-law. Just that many of them, the way they behave. But for me, I have a sister-in-law. Before I pick anything from the fridge, I take permission from her. And she doesn't go to for me to serve my sister. Go and take food by yourself. I said, no, serve me. This is your house. So do you know what? When she comes to my own house, before she takes anything, she takes permission because she knows that is what I do. When I don't say that because it's my elder brother's house. No, I give her that respect. Please.
Thank you, ma'am. Can we have sister book? Okay, very close. Let's have one voice.
You see, in life, relationship matters a lot. In my 300 level of about here, I was going to do my IT. And I wanted to do my IT in a company in somewhat. And because one of my uncles was living nearby, I had to go stay with him for the 3 months of my IT. The wife was pregnant at that time. When I got to the house, normally she was in charge of our kitchen. But I'm telling you, it was less than a week after I got into the house, I took charge of that kitchen. That was because of the way I presented myself to her. I never saw her as someone, I never sat down and crossed my leg for her to cook for me. I got to somewhat, I leave for work before 7 o'clock every morning. Before I leave every morning, I sweep the house. I mop every place. I clean everywhere because I'm up at 5 o'clock. It was only me and my life. Take my bath and I have jetted off. So, before you know anything, I had another relative, 2 other relatives who were living with her at that time. And they were guys. One of the guys was a bit responsible, the other one was totally irresponsible. He would not do anything. Nothing. And when I started, the guy started seeing me the way I was behaving. And I became very close to her. I've never lived with her before, it was my first time. But in less than a month, we were so close, you would think I'm her sister. We'll go out together, we'll do things together. Just because of the way I presented myself to her. And maybe because of the way she presented herself to me. Now, I didn't see anything wrong if she asked me to do anything for her. All the chores she used to do for her husband, I took responsibility of it because I even saw her state. She would wash for her husband in the morning on Saturday mornings. I took charge of it. I would do everything for her. She would come and say, hey. And some girls, because we were living in the next class, the girls there, sometimes I talk to them. The girls say, you're just coming from work. The first thing you're doing is even entering into the kitchen. This your auntie said she cannot do anything. It doesn't bother me because as I'm dropping my bag, I come back like 6 o'clock. As I'm dropping my bag, epule like normal Yoruba, in 5 minutes I'm in the kitchen. Because that was the way we were brought up. You don't just go and sit down and expect the woman to watch TV. I always relax after everybody has eaten. I took charge of the whole house. I took charge of people serving our food, serving our husband's food, serving all of them food about the woman. If I don't serve, everybody does not eat in that house. So it depends on relationship, and we have to build relationships with. Don't see your brother and your brother's wife as your wife. My own wife is not my slave.
It's okay. Please, let's quick one, please. We have to round up now.
It still boils down to the person, the kind of person that person is. I will go back to the example of what my sister said. You go to a place of you have an open and there are only 2 pieces of meat in the pot. If I go to my sister's house, she's my sister, my blood sister. And I know that in the house there are only 2 pieces of meat. She's there, her husband is there, probably her children are there. It is the person that you are. We all have those people. It might not only be as your in-law, it might even be as a friend. You have a friend that she comes to your house, she has she'll see only 2 pieces of meat in your pot and she'll take the 2. If that person is, if the relationship between you was
in-law relationship, it would have still been the same thing. It is just the person. There are people that when they do things, they are thinking only about themselves. There are people, other people that when they are doing things, I won't do somebody's spoke and see only 2 pieces of it and I will take the 2. I will think in my head, how many people are in the house? If we are just fine, I will take 1. If there are more than 2 people in the house, I will not even take any more. The piece of meat I will not eat, that apple will not kill me. So it is just the person. There are people that, you know, if that person now, if the person that will take all the pieces in the house happens to be your in-law, then that is an unfortunate. So it is not just because that person is an in-law, but it is the person that.
We'll take the last person here. I think we are wrong. We are out of time. Just for someone that has not said anything.
That topic is already overflowed.
Yeah, well,
this has been saturated.
Okay, so I think okay.
Yeah, there's actually one of the question that I want to get in, because we've already overflowed this one. Whatsoever we can get, I'm sure that we'll have extracted it somehow. If you know, the Bible talks about honoring the parents, and we also talking about external influences. We also know that we are supposed to live and cleave. So if not only you're supposed to leave your father's house and cleave to your bed, assuming they're old and maybe at some point they become sick or they don't have anywhere to go. Maybe one of them is dead and you only have one. And there's no one to take care of, and you don't have enough money to rent a place. And you say, let this man, let this woman come to stay with us. And the wife says, no. Which one do you really choose? Do you choose, because she keeps saying, oh, we have to live and cleave. And you're saying you have to honor your father and your mother. So which one of the two that are you going to pick as a child of God?
I think before your spouse will say no to your parents' coming, there must have been something.
Whatever.
Okay, whatever.
Yes.
But I strongly believe that there should be some level of tolerance. And the cleaving is what I would go with, because now it's a situation where even you can find yourself. Okay, why is your spouse not allowing your father or mother to come? What exactly is the problem? It's something you should be able to work out. You should be able to work out. It can't be something that is impossible to resolve. Okay, it might be for convenience. Maybe the sick father is somebody that needs a lot of attention, and your wife feels that, look, she's already overburdened, and she doesn't want to have to share part of her time and resources with but your father is supposed to be her father, one way or the other. So these are the things you should look at. She can't just say no, that she doesn't want your father in the house.
Praise the Lord.
Hallelujah. Yeah.
This is a personal experience. My mother is not a clean person. She is big and she is fat. And I was married to someone who says they don't want to see my mother. And my mother was sick. Now, the question is, as a Christian, what would I do? What should I do? Okay? I pleaded. My mother came. The cleaning, the washing, the clothes, everything, the cooking, I took responsibility of it until she left. Now, when there are women that will tell you categorically, under any circumstances, I don't want her in my house, then that is your money. Then you have a big problem, be you a Christian or not. So the only way is you pray that will not come to you. If it comes to you, the choice is hard. It was hard, no matter what reason it is. You understand me? I am just telling you, my mother was not a neatest person on earth. And she had, when she was coming with suitcases. From where she was coming with, roaches were on it. No, but it's my mother. So we had to deal with the situation. So please,
I think
with mercy and understanding, you are going to be a mother tomorrow.
Yes.
On the matter of that, before we go this illness issue, I wanted to say something about it. Please, maybe because of age or something like that, it is something that is inevitable. That one of your partners, one of you one day will get into a condition where things are not rosy anymore. What will you do at that time? Will the love you have now that you are building up be able to catapult you to the situation where when that time comes, you will be there for them? It is very important. Number one, you pray about it. Not only pray, you seek help. You live in a world where there is help, information. If not, by the time your spouse will ask you what is your name, you are in trouble. It is going to come one day. So it is time now to start planning and building love together that will carry us. They say love covers a multitude of sins. So when that love, when we build it up to a certain extent, when the time comes, when we have to take care of each other, we will do it properly and with love. Thank you.
Thank you. So I think that's it. We have overspent our time for today, and I think we should just close the topic. I want to thank everybody for your attendance and your contribution, and I believe we've learned one or two things from the discussion today. Okay, so can we just give ourselves a round of applause?
All your contribution and all that you have said. God would continue to bless us richly in Jesus' name. Amen. It's time to give